They're playing Bama?
They just won tonight. Me and you about to go see the highlights wherever we go eat.
Who the fuck's our quarterback? Not Joe Milrow.
Jalen Milrow.
There you go. Jalen fucking Milrow.
He's
that,
good.
Brother? You get the fuck out of here, dog.
He's good.
Nah, bro. What's good, my bro? How you doing?
What's up, man? I'm good. How are you?
What's good, Tyler? This is my boy Tyler. I'm Alexis. This is Pain Breeze Greatness. Just chilling back at the town crib. It's our shared estate, I guess. This is the last week we got it.
Yeah, it's the last week.
Yeah. It was good. It was good to me. I appreciate you for it. It was good.
Of course, man.
Fucking good peoples, man. You was always hooking me up. I always appreciated that.
Well, I mean, I think you take care of the people that take care of you. You know, I felt like after we met, you'd look out for me, so why wouldn't I? When I knew that became available and I knew what you were doing at the current time, why not offer it up? I needed the help too, you know.
Yeah, that was dope. Well, I appreciate it.
Because I need to get out of here. My girlfriend, she didn't want to live here no more. Her car got stolen, so she was done.
That was wild. That was like the first week I met you too.
Yeah, she was done, man. So I was like, all right, just trying to keep her happy. But then I had a lease, so you can't just.
Yeah, it worked out because I wanted to go somewhere too. So
yeah.
This was better than what I would have probably got, and cheaper. So it was like fucking perfect. Just chilled. Yeah, it was fucking a good fucking time. Now I'm in the city, dog.
Yeah, you done moved away,
dog.
man. You been there for a week. You like it?
Dog, there's fucking buildings, dog.
Yeah,
like,
it's big,
big,
man.
dog.
It's
that
big.
sounds crazy, but it's like super exciting, dog.
One of my friends works in one of the biggest buildings downtown.
Which
Pierce.
One? Oh yeah.
You'll see him at some point.
Yeah, I guess I live downtown, off of Broadway. It's a cool little spot, man.
I don't know anything about anything up there.
You gotta come up there, bro.
I don't know
so
much.
Cool.
I know I like it more than St. Louis. I lived in St. Louis for a year and I didn't like it.
You can walk around. It's clean, bro.
Yeah.
It's clean. The air's still good. Like, even when I walk out, because what I liked about being here is I would walk around and it's quiet. So where like Jersey, I feel like there's always cars going and everyone's loud. They're always beeping and like people don't really beep if like they just pace are different. So you can walk around and it's quiet. Even in the city though, like where I live, I just walk around with my dog in the morning and it's super quiet.
Yeah, like the East Coast seems like everybody's in a rush.
Bro, it's go mode. It's go mode, bro. When they say the dogs come from there, bro, it's crazy.
I don't want any parts of that, man.
Yeah.
No part.
Come on. But yeah, no, they're built different out there. And that tri-state, they're a million miles a minute. Like New York is like Columbia, like people will let you go walk by, but New York people are walking through you, dog. Like,
yeah,
it's like it's exciting. You'll probably like that though. You'll probably like that because you're always in go mood too.
Some people told me, like one of my friends, Ryan, he visited New York. I don't know, we were maybe 19, 18. He was like, man, that's a place like where you belong. But hearing about it, I don't think I like it. You know, even though it seems like it would fit. You know, just like the business stuff and the high energy and always, you know, locked in. I don't know. I'm sure I could make it work, but it doesn't sound like much fun.
Yeah, nah, it doesn't sound like work-life balance. Like, if you think the car life is already crazy, I couldn't imagine doing it over there. Because just in like the MySpace, bro, our biggest car market's over there, and they're selling like 1,500 cars wholesale. So imagine what they're doing. Imagine retail. What they're retail. Like.
Yeah. See, the work-life balance. Like one of my old sales managers in St. Louis, he worked at the #1 Hyundai dealership in the country in New York, and he had to travel 2 hours to work 12 hours, and travel 2 hours home. So it's like there's no work-life balance. You know what I mean? Bro. It's hard enough of what we do now, working 12 hours a day, but traveling like that and having to commute and catch trains and do all that, I'm good.
Fuck that, bro. I'm glad that I get paid for my commute, so that's cool about my job.
Yeah, I bet that helps.
That helps a lot, and it's cool because I'm gonna go check out. I don't know if you say Topeka. You said.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and my mom lives in Lawrence. You got to go check out Lawrence.
Yeah, I'm gonna sweep back there. So I'm gonna hit Topeka Monday, and then swoop back through Lawrence and go check out there because we have like 10 dealerships out there.
Lawrence it's got a hub. It's got some guy that owns a bunch of stores there.
Bro, we got like 3 of his stores already. We
just
I don't have people going out there.
But he's got it going on out there.
Yeah.
And he's had it for a while. They said he has old money. You know, like he started a while back. So he's got it going on. I don't forget his name.
A lot of people still like one thing that Columbia didn't have is a lot of backdoor wholesalers. Like over there, they got people. That's still like a big thing. The market, it's still a little bit older out there. Yeah, there's still not like, there's people like that will still take money. Like they used to, when ACV brought me on as a VCI to talk about that. they said that people will pay me and stuff. Like no one ever really did
Yeah,
that.
it's
But
called
over there, it's
curbing
different.
cars. So
Yeah.
it's like I'm a used car manager and I get a good relationship with you. But this guy, he pays me $100 out, on the side of the table for every car I sell him. So say you get a bid for $2,500 on the car, but he's at $2,300. I'm still going to sell it to him because he pays me on the side of the table.
Yeah.
And that'll get you fired
Yeah.
quick, blackballed in a lot of markets. You know what I mean?
No, over there it's still different. Like there's still a lot of brick and mortar auctions and shit. So
Yeah,
it's a lot to
I
change.
don't
But
know
that's
about
exciting
that.
to me,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
so exciting,
Yeah.
dog.
It means it's open.
Yeah, it's just wide open, dog. It's the wild, wild west, and no matter where I drop, it's just like my eyes are just open. I'm trying to just embrace it all.
Yeah, you got to, especially when you're in a new place, man. And the Midwest, it's not as populated. It's a lot more, I'd say, boring than a lot of places. But that peace and quiet when you're moving around and just seeing stuff is, I don't know. I think it's better.
Yeah, man. I like every little piece of. I haven't even really explored. I've been on the north side. I've been on North Kansas City, downtown, a little bit of Shawnee. I haven't went through Independence yet. I went to Blue Springs a little bit. Gonna head out west. So I haven't been to Olathe or anything. So
Yeah,
like,
you got lots of stuff to see.
I still got
There's a lot of
mad
shit.
shit
Sorry,
to see.
there's a
bro.
lot of stuff.
No, you're good. It doesn't matter. Yeah, but nah, I'm excited. And just like I walk the blocks in the morning, and there's just like a coffee shop here, a breakfast spot there. So I'm
Yeah,
just
see,
having a
that's
little fun.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. You'll start finding spots. Cashiers will start knowing your order, and it's
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
it's just cool.
Yeah, it's cool. So,
It's peace and quiet, man.
yeah, and for me, it helps like get out and just like
Yeah.
meet people and talk and shit. Just get out of my house because like I'll just be in the house. Like I like reading now, so I'll just sit home and read.
What's
I-
crazy is you're becoming a talker.
Yeah, and
You weren't a talker when we met.
Yeah, but like you, my girl, you guys pulled out of me. She also said this to me. Like you said it to me at the gym one day too, and it was like, when you first meet me, I don't really talk. Like, but like after you meet me, I don't shut the fuck up. And I'm like, yeah, I only talk to like 3 people like that.
Yeah.
Because like once I start getting comfortable, like even Glenn, like we start to shoot the shits a
Yeah.
lot more. Like once we got comfortable around people, like I just talk out like nonstop.
I heard that's a good trait though. When you meet people, not to like expose your full hand up front. Kind of feel them out and then play it like that.
I
That's
listen to
probably
what
a good thing.
they give you what they want to hear, like bits
Yeah.
and pieces. They'll tell you like.
I
what they
may
wanna hear
talk too
from
much
them.
when I meet somebody.
Yeah, but you're also a really good listener too. But you're also really good at talking up front.
I
That's
think
why
you
you're a
have
good
to
salesman.
be. I think you have to be a good listener if you want to be able to sell anything.
Yeah, you got 2 years.
I mean, yeah, people are going to tell you how to sell them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you just listen, they're going to give you the objections, you know what I mean, within just, them talking to you. And they're going to give you reasons why they would or would not buy from somebody. So, I mean, I take that when I'm, trying to close a customer. The first thing I do, we call it a TO, like when I go over to a customer, when it reaches my level, the first thing I go over there, I'm not talking about the numbers. I'm not talking about them buying anything. It's, where are you guys from? And they just start rolling. It's weird. When people are like in that buying mode, they'll just start rolling.
Yep.
And then I just kind of loop it around back to what we're really here for,
Yep.
But if you break that ground and let somebody roll and they feel like they build trust with you, it becomes pretty easy.
Yeah, I learned this thing similar to that door to door. If you get your foot in the door of a house, like ask them how they're doing. Once you get inside, that's
Yep.
when you sell them. But like get on that, like break that barrier, become their friend, and then get past that, and then you start to close. Always be closing, but like
Yeah.
you don't need to sell. Like you don't
But
need to
it's
be
not
pushing,
like
bro.
asking for the signature immediately and stuff like that.
Nah.
I used to, when I got hired, Duran was like my trainer. So I heard him and he walked up to a table, and before he starts talking about numbers or math, he'll ask like the person, he said, do you want a hug from me now or later? And they're like, why? And he just kind of breaks that ice, you know what I mean? So I don't say that, but because if it fits for him,
Louisiana.
it don't fit me,
Yeah, that big Louisiana boy.
But I'll just say silly stuff, I'll go over and say, someone told me these people wanted to pay more than I was asking for the car. I had to meet them. And they'll be like, no, and just start talking to them.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. I think that helps. And one thing I learned talking to like people like you and Caleb, like people buy from their friends. Like they do business with their friends. Like,
100%.
they don't care. Like you can come in a suit and tie. It doesn't matter what you look like. They do business with their friends. So like.
No, I hear it from Roz. Roz says there's 3 reasons they won't buy: money, man, machine. So they either don't like the machine or the service you're providing. They don't like the person that's providing the service, or the money actually doesn't work. You know what I mean? They actually can't fit the product or service in their budget. But if you can conquer those 3 things, and I think the man or female, whoever's being the salesperson, I think that being the biggest one,
Yeah.
they like it. You can find a way to make it work.
Yeah,
You know what
because
I mean?
think about it. Like money only really matters in the grand scheme of things. But like if you tell someone to go and get it, they'll go it. Like they'll find a way to make that money, bro. It's crazy.
100%. If you make them like you enough and make them like the product enough, they'll figure out a way to make it
Bro,
work.
it's so crazy. Like just like think about like a dope fiend, like how they have to get the next fix. Like they'll find that money to get it.
My
Bro.
mom
It's
she used to tell me that when I was selling cars. She's like, do not let a crackhead out hustle you today.
Yeah.
They're going to find a way to get high. You got to find a way to sell a car. When I was
Yeah.
selling, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's kind of messed up, but it's true.
That's funny. My mom taught me something like that. But wise woman, bro. Wise.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah,
wise.
for sure. They know a lot more than I do.
Yeah.
That's no kidding.
Nah. But T-Ray, you're good people. So I'm glad that I just heard that you
Thank
were
you.
hitting 285. You just said you hit that for
Yeah,
3. That's so
285 for 3. I did it with my GM.
dope. Oh.
Yeah, my GM. Me and him went to the gym together. He works out. Years ago, he was pretty ripped. He's still strong as an ox now. But he took me to the gym to put me through a leg day. But he knows like bench press is my thing right now. So
Yeah.
he let we bench together, and I did 285 for 3. It was cool.
That's so dope. That's so dope. So you went to a real gym?
I went to Planet Fitness.
Oh, okay.
But it was still a real gym. They just didn't have any free what is it, barbells?
Yeah.
So we did it on the Smith, but it was still cool. To feel the weight go up that many times, 285 was my max before I did 300.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
Nah, that's cool. And your weight's been going up, and you've been fucking growing.
Yeah, I'm 190 now, man. I was 140 in high school. I went to play college football at 155, and now I'm 190.
Yeah.
So this is the biggest I've ever been in my life. And it doesn't look that big, but it's big for me. You know what I mean?
But you're growing, and it shows. Because I told you, like most people, they lack is growing in their back before they grow in the front. Like the front's kind of easy because you see it. If you can start growing your back before that, everything else will catch up, and you're getting your back is getting wide, your shoulders are getting wide. So
Thanks to you, man.
Yeah.
I was in there, I was working out, but I obviously wasn't working out the right way. So once we got together and I started going with you every day, we just, I don't know, like the routine,
Yeah, it was more the routine because I didn't do anything crazy. Like we did, what was great is I just listened to exercises you liked and I just did them with you. And then what's perfect about API, it's like it's a real gym, but it's
Yeah.
like geared towards athletes. So like it's very much like I think about it like a weight room in your football facility versus like Planet Fitness or something. So it's a different category, but like. You got like it's metal, bro. You're getting after it. It's like
I like that gym, and I've been going to that gym since I was a junior in high school. So I can't switch up. As long as I live here, that's the gym I'm going to be going to.
yeah, that atmosphere is just cool, and it's like I said, we kept it super simple, and it was cool because like I was at a different level, you were at a different level, and then everyone else started coming to lift with us, and they were all at like different levels, and everyone kind of got to the same. Like we all lifted very similar. Like we all controlled our weight.
Glenn's
got
benching
stronger,
185 now.
Bro, it's so wild,
Started
dog.
off with
And
10s on the outside.
like I have to talk to him, bro, because I got to reach out to him. Dog, I was watching his video, his first video of his benching, and his most recent one, and I'm just like, yo, it's fucking crazy. Like,
Well, consistency is key. I mean, that was more so like what you did for me was just every day, not changing. Like you said, not negotiate, just every day. Because no matter what, like if you go out and run every day, you're gonna be able to run faster. You're gonna be able to run longer. So like it's just consistency. So like for Glenn, I think that's what it was. Glenn shows up every single day. He's not the strongest man in the world, but he's a lot stronger than he was. So it's cool for him. I like it.
and he always brings he's always got a good attitude on him. He always brings a good vibe with him.
Yeah, he's positive people, man.
And it just goes to show, like, having a community, what that would do for someone. Cause,
Oh,
like,
100%.
I was not a morning person, dude. I told you I used to lift, like, when I wasn't working, I just would do that. My favorite time was, like, 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
But that's also when all the unemployed people go. So, like, I was like, dude, all right, maybe I just need to not do this. So you were like, ironically, you were like, all right, let's go at, like, 5 in the morning. I was like, fuck, I hate doing this. I did it
don't know.
before, dude. I did it for, like, 3-4
It
months.
starts that day right. though.
Yeah, man. And I think that consistency helped, like, as much as you think I helped you, but you also helped me. Like, we put it together.
Yeah.
Because, like, it was, like, as I was helping you, with your consistency with your gym, but, like, me building habits, you were helping me with that. So, like, it was a good merge, man. We were good for each other. It was good.
Yeah, I agree. Those habits are hard to create, too. Like, healthy habits, Like, for me, I knew that when I was going to the gym, I was giving my best self to my people at work. Because, like, I was talking to a lady a couple weeks ago, and she's like, well, you say that you have to bring the same package to work every day. Why? And I'm like, well, I know that when I'm replaceable at my job, just like you are, just like anybody is. But like right now, I'm in a leadership position with my team. Like I'm not any higher than anybody. I'm on the same team as them. I'm just the one supposed to be trying to lead them to a victory. So every day, I know that like if I go get drunk the night before, if I show up tore up, like I'm not giving Glenn and his kids the best version of me that they need to see today to make sure that Glenn sells a car, Glenn makes some money so he can buy that Christmas for them. You know what I mean? So like that gym, it literally was that was my light switch. When I go to that gym, I show up at work, I'm walking around screaming, yelling, smacking people in the hand. You know what I mean? Because I don't know, that's my best self.
Yeah.
So if I don't go to the gym, I mean, I'm failing a lot more people than me. At least that's how I feel. You know, and it makes it make sense to me.
Yeah, and you also see the people around you gravitate towards that because, like, when you first walked in towards, like, Macca's, Mazda, people were drinking, like, Mountain Dew, eating chips all the time, like, gas station food. Like, bro, when I, like, left Macca's, Mazda, you guys were always eating, like, sandwiches or...
Everybody's got their gallon of
water, like, Spanish food, Jamaican food. Like, it was just different, and it was just cool to see because, like, you obviously led by example, and you know, just seeing.
I tried to, man, and I mean, I tried to. Although, like, I don't know, them being there helps me too. You know what I mean? They're my example of like what it looks like to show up every day, and I don't know. I felt like if I can give my best self to them, no matter what happens, we can both go home and know, you know, we left it all on the table. It's not like a football game, but we know we left it all on the field, and I can sleep good with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the way you care about those people, and you see it, but like I love seeing it around it, and it just like you see them uplifting, like we talked about it, and like you set the standard, and they rise to that standard, and like.
And I tell you, when I was talking to your old boss Mike, I told him, you know, you don't let the tail wag the dog, right? You don't let the, what do they call it? The inmates run the asylum. You know what I mean? You don't let your employees, you know, rule the world. But if you don't empower them, you'll get nothing out of them. I believe that I gotta have like the strongest horses in my stable, and I gotta feed them, and I gotta love them, and I gotta nurture them, and they're gonna run hard for me. You know what I mean? That's just like, I don't know, it may not be true, but that's at least what I believe, and I see it. When you invest in those people and you really care about them, you know, and when their son's sick or it's their son's birthday, and you kind of remember that, and you know what I mean, you let them take the day off, even though it may not be their day off or something. You know, when you care about them, they'll just give it back to you tenfold. And like that's how I feel like you build, you know, the best leader in yourself is investing in the people. Because if you don't, they won't do nothing for you, man. And I've seen people turn their back on leaders that just sat next to me, you know, and if, I don't know, you're not doing your job if you allow that to happen.
Yeah.
And then the ones you let fail, you didn't do your job for them either. You know what I mean? If you give your all to them and they give it all back and it just doesn't work out, you know, maybe it's the wrong field for them or something like that. But a lot of times, man, you know, people that have been around whatever business they're in for a couple months, if you give your all to them, you just get a little bit more out of them each day, each week, each month, like they're going to get to where you need them to go. And results for most people, a better paycheck.
Yeah,
whether it's in my field, your field, you know what I mean? That's what I was telling Mike, you know, he had trouble with some BCIs or some people below him, like, man, I know that you don't want people below you telling you what to do or barking orders at you or giving you ultimatums, but you got to take care of them horses, man. When you got a good one, you better hold on to them. You know what I mean? Even if they piss you off, get under your skin a little bit. That's why, like, when you got your people up in Kansas City, I'm telling you.
That's why I listen to you, because you keep...
Invest into them, man. You got to give them, you have those employees. You can't look at it as, you know, this guy works for me. It's like we're on the same team. We have the same goals. What he does helps you achieve what you want to achieve. So you guys are on the same team. You're just a different position. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you gotta buy into them. Even if they suck, they have a bad attitude, you show up every day with the same energy, the same person every single day, and they're gonna give it to you. I promise. You'll get through to them.
Yeah, it's actually infectious if you show up with the same attitude, because the guy I was going with,
I'm telling you.
KC, I told you he kept wanting to quit, and it was like, it went from like him ready to quit next week to like, if I find a job, if I don't, I could be waiting a year. So it's like, it's grown a little bit longer. So it's like, now I know, I'm like, okay, the guy is definitely driven by money. I never told him anything I wanted him to do. I just listened to him, what he complained about and what he was mad about. Listen to him, and then I was like, okay, I got to find out what he's driven for. And then it's money. It's like, okay, now all I got to do is make him more money. So like, he heard how I talked. He was like, oh, you're energetic. I want to help you. I want to see how this works. So like, it was like a different vibe. Like most of the people I work with were telling me like, oh, he might not listen to you because he's 50 years old and you're 28. It's like the exact opposite. He's like, no, like I think this is what the market needs.
That's different though, isn't it?
Yeah, but like he's been around for like 4 years. So for him to say it to me, and I'm like, all right, man, like I know you don't want to be here, but like I'm gonna figure out a way to make you want to be here. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you bread. Like I know that's what you want. Like you got a family. I know what he's driven
You
for.
got to.
But like I'm glad that I met you because like I listened to you and like you were telling me these things about. Even when I was a VCI, I was listening to how you were a leader and like just listening to you, listening to Danny, listening to Nick, and I was like taking Jake. I was just learning.
Those
learning,
guys are
learning.
operators, man. I hope one
Fucking
day I can
yeah.
be half the operator those guys are.
Yeah, but you're like not okay. Maybe it's levels to this shit, but I'm saying as far as like gems, they're all very similar. Like what I can learn from you, I'm learning like. And what's crazy is like, yeah, man, maybe they're where you want to be, but like what I'm able to take from you and apply right away is crazy. Where like something I'm gonna take from them, it might take like a year or two
Yeah.
to apply. Like I'm taking shit from you, and like I'm putting it. Like we had a talk last week about leadership. Before I had this conversation, I'm glad that we talked. It was like, oh, it shifted my whole perspective. How should I talk to this guy? And it went from like, okay, we didn't even talk about expectations. He just started going to work.
Yeah.
Like he just everything shifted. He was like, I want to shoot cars. Like you just let me know what you need. I want to be out there,
See,
brother.
that's cool. And he probably was not like that with the last guy.
Nope.
That got ran out of the territory or whatever happened, or he quit or whatever happened to him. But if you make sure that he knows that you value him, it's like that book I'm reading right now. It's Unreasonable Hospitality. And my GM told me to read it. I'm only on like page 80. But the first part is like, okay, it's about the number one restaurant in the world, right? There's like 50 restaurants, and he's like, the food from number 50 to number one is no different. I mean, everybody's got a great steak. It's not, you know what I mean? There's
It's
only to like
priced the same.
there's only like to a certain level that you can cook a steak, I'm assuming. And he's like, okay, well, how do I get from number 50? The first day that the rankings came out, he got ranked number 50 out of the top 50 compared to where he wanted to be number one. And he's like, how do I get from 50 to number one? And he's like, well, obviously treating the customers right? How are you gonna get the customers treated right though? Well, you got to invest into the staff. You got to invest into your team. If he's giving his team like 1,000,000%, and they're giving it back to him tenfold. But how they're giving it back is showing it in the customer service in the restaurant, and that's the only reason he went from 50 to number one. You know what I mean? It's weird, but the food didn't change. You know, the pictures on the wall didn't change, the flower setup didn't change, but the way that these people felt seen and noticed by the team that he had put in place is what made him go from 50 to number one. And I thought it was cool. I mean, it shows you just, you invest in your people, they're going to give it back to you.
Yeah, man, I see it. And when you, like, just seeing how my bosses believe in me, like my VP and Brian, dude, it's so dope because, like...
You make sure I run through a wall for him.
Yeah, like, my dad believed in me, but, like, other than that, I didn't have, like, any other person.
Yeah.
Like, I've, like, kind of been waiting for that, and, like, I finally have, like, guys that are, like, mentors where, like, they want to take me under the wing and they want me to win, and it's, like, dope when, like, I signed up my first couple dealerships and my VP calls me.
See, that's cool, man.
Like, that's fucking cool, bro.
It is cool.
When, like,
It feels good.
Yeah, man. And, like, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid finally. So it's, like, cool. I, like, believe in the company. It's, like, I worked here, but I see what the upside, I see the downs of it. And it's, like, well, most of my downs could have been, like, fixed for the most part. My team just wouldn't listen to me.
Yeah.
And like he had to learn that in the long run, and like he's gonna be a better TM because of
Absolutely.
that. Now. Because when he finds the stud, he's gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna listen to him, and I'm gonna keep him happy, and I'm not gonna do the same stuff because like, you know, what's nice is he told me from the jump he wanted to grow me into a territory manager spot, and like that I'll give him some dap to that because like he was the first person that was like.
He saw it in you.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it. Like
Yeah.
I was like, he was like, well,
I think you told me that.
yeah.
That you didn't have aspirations of doing that
Yeah.
when we met early.
Nah, I wanted to be a senior VCI, chill for a little bit, and then
Yeah.
get an RFM role, and then like, you know, they make like this, they make good money, you know, 6 figures chilling, and they just manage the VCIs, but there's no like, there's a cap to that.
Yeah.
And like here, it's like, I don't know, bro. It's like the thrill. Like I pulled to a dealership, and I don't know, like
See, that's bold for me, man.
bro. I don't know if they're gonna tell me to fuck off, or I don't know if they're gonna say, "Yo, let's do business."
know.
And I'm just 200 pounds of like beef, and I'm sitting there with a big ass smile. And we said this from day one. It's like I don't know how anyone could be mean to me. It's like it's just not gonna happen. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to you. I'm gonna shake your hand. I'm gonna introduce myself with a big ass smile, and it just works.
That's how you have to do. You give the positive shit
Especially
out,
out
it's gonna
here,
come
dog,
back.
bro. They like
People are kinda nice
handshake-
around here,
The
but-
handshake goes so look a man in his eyes. The
Yeah.
handshake, introduce yourself, ask him how he's doing, bro. It goes fucking so far, bro.
That was something that I was surprised that some people at my dealership weren't doing when I got there.
Bro, it blows my mind.
It's
dog.
simple. I mean, I'll meet relatives. I get introduced to somebody at the grocery store or something. It's just quick and easy. I don't understand how you don't. But my mom raised me with manners. You know, she'd curse me out if I didn't say yes, ma'am,
Yeah.
back to her. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I guess you don't know what you don't know. So the people that weren't raised like that, like I understand, you know what I mean? But you got to figure it out quick. Now, it's always better to have the person across from you to like you than to not like you.
Yeah, man.
I have no
wouldn't
enemies in this world. You know,
Man.
you just got to be good to everybody. 'Cause especially you don't know what they're going through.
Yeah.
You know.
Once you learn that and understand perspective and start to broaden that, you'll be a lot better.
100%. I mean, the respect and just being kind to people, I think it goes a long way. It's weird because every time I meet somebody, I smile as big as I can and hope that
Yeah.
maybe I make them laugh or something. Maybe I look stupid to them, you know.
Same,
but I'd
brother.
rather them to have a positive interaction with me because it may be the only one they get all day.
Yep.
You know.
You don't know how far a smile could go, and I learned that it's like, you know, a smile can make someone's day, and it's so simple, bro. You just smile at someone,
really-
it's just like,
It does for me. Weirdly enough, like when I meet somebody and they have the energy that I have, which is
well, think about the
kind
gym.
of a lot, you know.
You wake up. When we show up, it's not like every day we all show up at 5 o'clock. Like
Yeah.
we have our days. It's
Yeah.
like one day someone's at a 10, and another day someone's at a 3. And
Yeah.
that person's job when he's at a 10, he's gonna bring that person
gotta
from
pull
the
you
3.
up.
He's
Yeah.
gonna bring you up, bro. Like it is dope, dog.
Yeah.
And it's like it's cool to see that around. But think about like that's how like the energy having it around it helps out. So like that's how like that smile goes very far. You know
100%.
that energy in the morning goes very far because it's just like, bro. When you don't feel like being there, you feel like shit, and your boys just hit a PR. You're like, all right, man, I can't be a fucking bitch right
I gotta
now.
wake
I
up.
gotta do it. Dog.
It's
Like,
time to go.
Yo, it's go time. And everyone shows up, bro. When it's time to, like, for PRs, I think the only time we missed is once, and I think it's because you hit a PR right before and then you went for another PR
Yeah.
after. Other than that, we've been on the money for PRs, so it's like,
Those feel good,
Yeah,
man. It
dog.
feels like you climbed a mountain.
yeah, but think about how we did it also, because it was like, yeah, we did it in weights. We also did it in reps. We did it in different avenues. We did it in different. We started doing different exercises. So like, we just towards the last couple months where like I hated pull-ups. I knew they were hard, but I knew how good they were for you. And now I do them consistently, which is a great habit that I got from you
Yeah.
because you loved your pull-ups. So it's
I
like,
don't even know why, bro. It's
yo,
not a fun exercise.
yeah, but keep that shit going. You said it was some jail nigga shit, but we gotta keep that shit going.
It's
dog.
cool, man. I don't know why I like them, but they're fun.
Yeah, nah, pull-ups, that's money, and then the ab days have been huge for me. Like I showed you a picture the other day, dog. I would
getting it
never,
right, man.
dog. I would never, bro. I would
getting it
never,
right.
dog. I went and I finished my workout, and I was wearing some big ass clothes. You know, the sweatpants that Glenn makes fun of, the big ass sweatpants. I went and took them off real quick. I was like, oh, bro, what the fuck? I'm getting 6 of them now. So it was pretty cool, man.
That's cool, dog.
That starts with you, because like I would neglect my abs, and it was just like.
Yeah.
75 hard, yeah, push this
I don't know
towards
why
that.
I always thought that was like a non-negotiable.
Yeah, I don't know, but like again, where I force legs on you, you force
Yeah.
that. It's like you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like we, it was a healthy balance. We helped each other out a lot,
100%.
and it was great. But yeah, nah, man, I'm super thankful for you, dog.
I'm thankful for
super
you
thankful
too,
for
man.
you, dog.
I'm starting to realize, I guess, that like I don't make bad friends, man. I don't have any bad friends.
Yeah, nah.
You know, which
You
is
have bad,
cool,
bad
man.
interactions, and it's how you handle them sometimes.
Yeah, but man, you know, you're a good person to me, and I'm thankful for everybody I've got around me. I don't know where I'd be. You know, when you were saying it took a community or something about the gym, it took a village with me.
Yeah.
You know, I've had a lot of downs. I've fallen off a lot of times. I've gotten off track a lot of times. And past maybe 2 or 3 years, I've been pretty good, pretty locked in, you know, elevating in my career pretty steadily. But, man, it was a roller coaster up to that point, which is cool. Which is why I think, like, my girlfriend and my mom think I'm a robot because I don't have any bad days, man. But it's because, like, I've seen the bottom.
Seen the bottom,
you
bro.
know?
That's why we try to tell people, bro. Like, you don't know what hard is, like, until you only know what you know. You hit that on the like head earlier,
Yeah.
but like, bro, there's so many different types of hard out there, like, bro.
And there's people that have seen way worse than I have. You know what I mean? I'm not here to say that.
Yeah, but I can tell you, I ain't going back there, dog.
No.
Like,
No,
I
no,
seen
no.
it. I think about it all the time. That shit's right there, and you always like, which you helped me out of that because I was a lot closer to it than
Yeah.
I thought. And you were like, nah, bro, like that's all the way back over there. You're over here now, dog. Which was great that you helped me see that, but like. But make no mistake, I ain't never going back that way, dog.
No.
Like, that was the darkest for me. I'm good. I'll see dark days again, but that is the darkest. I'm good.
I think you're talking about your mood more than situations, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think This is my mom and my girlfriend do not like that I say this, but I think people are more in control of their mood than they give themselves credit for.
Yeah, you are, bro.
You know what I mean? People
Yeah, you
don't
are,
believe. I could walk outside right now, all 4 of my tires sliced flat. I promise my day's good.
Thank God I
You
got a
know what I
car,
mean?
bro.
My day's still good.
Yeah, I don't know, dog.
So I think people, if you can, I don't know, take a deep breath before you react to anything and believe that you're in control. Some of these bad days or some of these down feelings that some people have, I don't think they'll go that far. Now, I do believe that mental illnesses are real. You know,
Yeah.
there are people that are depressed with imbalances,
Yeah,
in their
yeah.
brain. But for people that aren't, overreact or let a situation beat them up mentally, I think that if people take a deep breath, take a step back and realize that my mom's healthy, my girlfriend's healthy, I'm walking and talking today, like, it could be worse.
Yeah.
And that makes me every day, whether I'm arguing with somebody, whether something bad happens to me, the day my truck got stolen, like my day is good, man. My life's good, really.
You said, I'm going to handle this after. I got the PR.
My life's good, man. And I think everybody's life is good. I mean, if you're sleeping under a bridge or really having a hard time, that I can understand having a bad day. But you wake up, you go to work, you walking and talking, your family's healthy. I don't believe that it can be that bad.
Yeah. It's all about perspective, man.
I guess it is.
But see, that's why I'm glad you talk about it, because a lot of people don't have that. So, like, there's twofold to that. Because, like, if you're going through some shit, feel that shit. Understand that shit. Don't forget that shit. But understand that you have to get out of that shit.
Yeah.
And then understand that, like, be good, like, you got other things to be happy for. You got other things to look forward to. You got other things going for you. Like you said, your mom's healthy, your girl's healthy. You know,
my dog's healthy.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like, there's always something. You can find gratitude at anything, at any point, and I think that's what you're trying to say.
100%. No, I think that's a good point, because I don't know. I believe every day is a good day. You know, when I do go through, a traumatic experience, which I went through a couple of them. I mean, I let those days be bad days, but it's not going to define me. And I know as long as there's tomorrow, I'm going to be all right.
Yeah.
We're going to be able to make it better. You know what I mean? I do believe time heals, So, like, when I was younger, my mom, she had stage 4 colon cancer. Like, I think it's stage 1 through 5. So, like, pretty much 4 and 5, they think you're going to die.
Yeah.
So we spent those nights in the hospital and all that stuff. And those are dark times, traumatic times. So, like, when like I said, if I walked outside right now and all 4 of my tires are flat, like, there's a lot worse stuff for me to be upset about. I'm not going to let this ruin me, define me, So I think when it's traumatic, it's traumatic. But other than that, I think people got to remember you're in control,
I think that mindset is going to get you super far, Tyler Gray.
I think
that's why you're going to be that
Some people don't like that, though.
Nah.
They think it's, stuffing it down or putting it away. But I believe, you deal with it, process it, and roll on.
You'll figure out what works for you.
100%.
But that whole go forward and that'll get you.
It's worked so far,
bro,
man.
I'm telling you right now, because I see it. I come from the blue collar side of America, so I've been around like the guys that be in the actual trenches, like working hard, bro. When I see the other side of America, it's so easy, bro. Like, no cap.
It's not that hard, man.
No cap, bro. You gotta show up. Winning attitude.
You show up when you're, my old GM, Mr. Nago, he calls it your give a fuck button. If it's pressed, you'll be all right. That's your winning attitude you're talking about.
Bro.
You show up and you give a damn about what you're doing, you'll be all right.
Yeah, man. And just like, you're going to have bad moments of your day. The whole day doesn't have to be bad. But you also, like, there's times where, if I was having a bad moment, I would talk to you about it. But that's because, like, I wouldn't come and talk to you as from a work. I would come and talk to you as my boy.
Yeah.
No one else got to see emotion when I was at work. You keep that shit to yourself, and then just keep it pushing with a smile on your face. You'll get pretty fucking far. I'm not gonna hold you. Though, if you show up, like, I mean, I don't know about sales, your industry, but I'm pretty sure if you show up and you do a pretty good job for 3 years, you're gonna go pretty far.
Yeah.
Like, and if you're a hungry guy and if you keep wanting to move up, like,
man, this business.
It doesn't matter what it is what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
Anything, you just pick a field and you just do it. Like,
yeah, I think if you care about what you're doing, most people say, you got to find something you love and find something you're passionate about. And I think that's true. Because if I did not love what I was doing right now or felt passionate about what I was doing right now, there's no way I could show up 6 days out the week, 12 hours a day.
yeah.
But I guess it found me, really. Duran made me do the interview and I ended up falling in love with it. But if it's not something you love, I think you should at least love yourself enough to give your full effort at it. You know what I mean? Because even if you're starting off at the bottom, you know, before someone says, you know, you can come sell cars from me, you got to be a detailer. Well, you better go just be the best damn detailer in the country. You know what I mean? And you got to love yourself enough to know that I'm going to wake up and I'm going to expect the best out of me. And if I don't love myself enough, then you got to have another conversation with yourself. But you got to give yourself the best version of you at the very least, even if you don't love what you're doing.
Yeah, and you gotta. If you love what you're doing, you're gonna do super fucking fun.
Yeah, I
but
think
it's
that
okay to
helps.
fall in like. You know, like you said, you didn't love this going into it. It's okay to fall in love with it, though.
Yeah,
it's not,
I did,
It's not
man.
a girl. It's not like you don't have to like, you know, with a girl, you know, it's okay love at first sight. Like that should be a thing, you know, you like her
Yeah.
off the rip. But with a job, it's okay to, like for me, I didn't love this. And like I told you,
No,
I'm drinking
you
up
didn't.
Kool-Aid. And like I'm loving it. You get what I'm saying?
That's
So
cool.
I'm falling in love with it. Same thing with you. Like you already went through it, but like you fell in love with it. It's
Yeah.
okay. Like find something and fall in love with it if you don't have something that you already love.
Yeah,
Like,
you know, some people are born and they want to be an actor till, you know what I mean, till the day they die. Like, I want to be a basketball player, but I was also smart enough to figure out, yeah, I'm not pretty much, you know, your NBA typical build. So we just, I let life happen for a little bit, but then once I got into something, I saw that there was, you know, room for movement up. I just dove head in. You know what I mean?
There's also a whole other game of life that like we're not even tapped into. Like we're still under 30 years old. Like
Yeah.
we're still like getting our bread now. Like I'm just touching my bread. Like you've had yours for a little bit, but you're still getting
Still
it.
getting,
And
trying to
like
get to it as well.
You get what I'm saying? Like once
Yeah.
you give it a couple more years, you're actually gonna start being able to make plays and like you're gonna start being able to really play the game of life.
Yeah.
Like right now you're still actually like kind of in the grind phase.
Oh, 100%.
And
I think I'll be in it for a long time.
yeah, but I'm saying like hungry. Like I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
you're starving still, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
I
you
am.
get what I'm saying right now?
I
Like, you took one vacation, then you were thinking about coming back. Like
Yeah.
when you were on your flight back, you were ready to like be back. Like,
Yeah. I don't know. I guess since I love what I do, I get an itch. Even on my day off, I can't take the whole day off.
Yeah.
You know, I got to go in there and I got to do something, feel busy, feel like I'm moving the dealership forward in some form or fashion.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm definitely still grinding. I got a long ways to go, man. I'm 26, so what is it?
It's so wild.
36, 46, probably 56 maybe. But I want to get into real estate. I'll never be a real estate agent. I mean, I'm always going to be in the automotive industry just because I truly love it and how many people I can touch and help.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that's my goal. It's like buy rental properties and be that old guy on the golf course that just like collects money every month from the rental properties.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it'd be
cool.
dope.
Yeah.
One day, man.
Yeah.
One day.
Well, it's cool that you're making the money now. You know, you're trying to figure out how to stack it.
Yeah.
So you're making.
I've
the
learned how to
plays. 'Cause
spend it.
Same.
But
You get what I'm saying?
I'm gonna start learning how to save it.
I got it illegally, got it legally now. Like I'm like, but like when I got it legally, I know how to like save it now. I know how to, you know, I know
Man.
what to put it to. It's like
I'm just recently learning how to manage my money.
I'm trying to get out of this car. I know you just told me you pay a little bit more. Let's get out of it. You know, you're like instead of putting 5,000 down while you have 5,000, put fucking 5,000 when you have 20,000. Now, like, that's I was like,
Exactly.
okay, you're right. So I'm gonna start playing. So I just started paying $1,000 my payment. I started paying double just so we can fucking.
knock down that interest
Yeah.
and go straight toward the principal. But yeah, I mean, I've been making good money for 4 years now, but I'm just now learning how to save it. I mean, I'm not kidding.
Better now than later, though, bro.
Yeah,
Dudes
my
be
mom-
35, 36, 37.
My mom's reminding me I'm not doing that bad.
Yeah.
Because if I should have, you know, tons of money saved up, and
Yeah.
my mom's reminding me like, yo, you lived your life, you had fun. I mean, you're 26, you got some money saved up, but not as much as you should. But most people don't make the money to mess it up how you
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean in the beginning. So I'm like, yeah, all right. So I'm not as hard on myself as I was. That was a dark point for me when I was like, man, I'm making a lot of money and I'm not saving a dime. That was dark for me, but now I'm finally getting it figured out, and you sleep a lot better at night. You know.
You got out with minor scars too, so like you got through it. You got
Yeah.
like I feel that because like I got in a little bit of trouble, got through everything, and like
Yeah,
I'm
man.
glad that it was like that. I know like there's people that do life, there's people that do 25. Like bro, I'm good. Like
Yeah,
I drive the speed limit. I don't fuck around
Me
because
same.
like
I don't want any
I don't
parts
want
of that,
any
man.
problems. Upstanding. I'm glad I'm a citizen. I want to keep it good. I'm chilling.
I
bro.
love being a good,
Yeah,
healthy citizen.
I want my shit good.
When I was 19, I got arrested for a crime I didn't commit.
Yeah, that's
My
wild.
face
to me,
got
bro.
plastered all over the news, man. I had 3 or 4 articles. Me and Michaela just the other day were working on getting some of them deleted. One of them just can't be deleted. But like it was like a movie. Like I got arrested for a crime I didn't commit. The police were showing up at my job thinking I did this. My job's calling me. My mom's calling me saying the police are at the front door. I go turn myself in with my lawyer, and it's like a movie, like the detectives at the table throwing notebooks at me, yelling, and like doing the whole thing, and I'm just like blown away, you know. And I ended up still going to jail, and that showed me I want no parts of that life. You know what I mean? I am cool not being whatever that is. I don't want any parts of it, man.
I did one day and I'm good, bro.
Yeah, that was a dark time, man.
I'm good. I did one day 2 different times. I did a half a time, and when I was like 17, and then again when I was 19, and that was it.
I was in that interrogation room, and my lawyer said, like, they asked me 100 times the same questions. And he's like, out of nowhere, he's like, "Are you sure you did? Are you sure you're telling them the truth?" And I was like, "What, man? Like, if you don't believe me, then I got nothing."
I see, like,
that was dark, man.
Nah, I really fucked up. But my parents got me. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I grew up different because, like, I didn't grow up super wealthy, but I didn't grow up, like, when I grew up, I was a little bit poor, and then we got some money, and we were chilling, but my parents always, like, took care of us. So, like, when I fucked up, they got me a good lawyer, and that was, like, you know, they didn't buy me a big car or anything when I got anything, but when I needed them, bro, they came through, bro.
Yeah,
it was, like, seven beds or some shit. Threw that shit down, I was, like, changed because you get must have did probation, chilling. That's probation or time. There's a different Lex that comes out of time.
I wouldn't want any parts of that,
I'm good, bro. I'm good. I got close. I'm chilling, dog. I'm glad I'm on this side. I got to meet you. I changed my life. I'm chilling in Missouri, bro. I went through all my.
Welcome to the Midwest, man. We're glad you're here. I'm thankful for your.
Same,
I'm thankful
bro.
you're here.
Same, bro. I'm excelling in life, and I feel like I'm just fucking
You're
going
doing great, man.
And it's because of you, because you helped me. I'm doing the work, but I'm glad that I have people like you.
Yeah,
around,
you gotta give more credit to the mirror, man. Because it's not easy to get out those. You know, I've read your first or listened to your first video, and I didn't know it was even that bad.
Yeah,
but it's cool that you talked about it. But you're the one that bounced back, man. I'm just gonna tell you. I'm glad I could have an influence on you, but there's no bigger influence on you than yourself.
Yeah, and
you got to wake up every day, you know what I mean, and do it.
Yeah, that's right. But it also, like I said, I'm very blessed because while I did like some time alone by myself, it happened a lot faster when I was with you, my girl around, Blake around, because like, we were all kind of going through shit, and we all kind of needed each other to get our shit together. Like you said, you were drinking a lot. Blake was drinking a lot. Like we all had to get in line. That's why we did 75 hard. We all had to get in line. I was drinking. I was eating like shit. Like it got us all right mentally. So like, for me, I give a lot of credit to you guys because I know that is. This is the second time I had to pull myself out of the hole. That's how I know I'm not going back again. But the first time I did it alone. This time was a lot easier when I had it, but I'm saying when you have good friends around you, it's a lot easier. It does
make it better, man.
Yeah, man. And just like, you know, like I said, being able to grow and pull things apart from each other, because we're all the same, like, me and Blake are 28, you're 26, but we're all the same age. Like, I forget when you say you're 26 that you're only 26.
I just turned 26 last month.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro, because, like, I forget.
I feel old, man.
Everyone thinks I'm young. You got me going with the baby face. Everyone deadass thinks I'm
you got to be
out
clean,
there.
man.
They think I'm 22 years old, and I'm like,
I bet they do.
Yeah, nah, dog.
Maybe younger than that.
Yeah, I'm borderline a grown man. Like, I'm getting there, dog. Yeah, I'm getting there, dog. But let's go fucking get some grub, dog.
I'm in.
I appreciate you for
D-Rose.
come chatting. Yeah, let's go do something.
All right, man. Thanks for having me on this thing, man. I feel famous.